a bid to provide urgent and accelerated intervention on the critical sections of the Benin Lokoja Federal Highway. The renewed hope administration of the President of Nigeria, His Excellency President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, has approved the immediate funding of 30-kilometer dualization of 3 sections of the road to be funded under tax credit scheme by BUA Group. The Honorable Minister of Works, His Excellency Senator Engineer NWEZE Umahi made this known in a meeting with all the contractors handling the Benin Lokoja Federal Highway and some stakeholders from the area. The Honorable Minister said that the ministry took some steps to review the texture of the pavement of the project to conform to the new innovation introduced by the Renewed Hope administration to ensure best standards and durability. According to him, I quote, "I first went through the road in September. When I went through it, I was very satisfied at BPP and the ministry did very fantastic work. But all I did was to keep the project but review the texture of the pavement. And so we allowed the existing carriageway to be on asphalt and then reviewed the new carriageway to be on concrete. Being satisfied, so we went through the process of notifying the BPP, and from there we went to FEC, and graciously FEC did approve. And so we are in the process of signing an addendum to the contract." End of quote. Mr. President has approved that BUA Group should do 30 kilometers of the road in 3 locations, multiplied by 2, that is 60 kilometers on tax credit. End of quote.
So I went through the road first in September, and when I went through it, I was very satisfied that BPP and the ministry did very fantastic work. But all I did was to keep the project but review the texture of the pavement, and so we allowed the existing carriageway to be on asphalt, and then reviewed the new carriageway to be on concrete. So being satisfied, so we went through the process of notifying BPP, and then from there we went to FEC, and graciously I think on 16th, FEC approved, and so we are in the process of signing an addendum to the contract. And so I'm going to bend backwards to do what we had said we will not do. Now when the project has been mobilized, we'll not remobilize, but we're going to be remobilizing the contractors after they sign the addendum to collect 30% to fast track this project, and also fast track our commitment.
The Honorable Minister commended BUA Group for their interest to handle the construction of the 30-kilometer carriageway under tax credit scheme, and said the intervention was targeted at the critical sections of the road as already isolated when he last visited the Benin Lokoja road. He stated, and I quote, "Let me commend BUA PLC very highly because on their own they had indicated interest to do about 30 kilometers of the road on tax credit. That was one of the reasons I decided to go and revisit the road to know the section they needed to do and also to open the road. So we had to open the road. We appealed to the road transport workers. The work would start Monday the next week. That was 18th. And indeed, we briefed the president, and then Senator Adams Oshomole now came with the full weight of his person." End of quote.
PLC very highly because on their own they had indicated to do about 30 kilometers of the road under tax credit. That was one of the reasons I decided to go and revisit the road and know the section they needed, and also to open the road. So we had to open the road. We appealed to the road transport workers that work will start on Monday the next week. That was 18th. And indeed, we briefed the president. And then the Senator Adam Oshimole now came with the full weight of his person. And I had told the president that we can isolate 3 sections of the road, and then do intervention through the BUA PLC. And the president, with the also intervention of Senator Adam, approved. So Mr. President has approved that BUA PLC should do 30 kilometers of the route in 3 different locations, multiplied by 2 and that's 60 kilometers under tax credit.
Speaking on behalf of the people of the area, the senator representing Edo South Senatorial District and Chairman Senate Committee on Interior, Senator Adams Oshomole, praised the determination of the renewed hope administration of Mr. President in changing the socio-economic narrative of the nation through aggressive road infrastructure transformation and a common commitment of the Honorable Minister of Works in achieving the vision of Mr. President on road infrastructure development. The senator, who came in the company of the APC candidate in the Edo State's September 2024 governorship election, and senator representing Edo Central Senatorial District, Senator Monday Obeyolo, expressed his profound pleasure over the new paradigm in the Federal Ministry of Works, noting that the ministry under Senator Umahi has recorded unprecedented performance in the road infrastructure development within the shortest period of time. He said, and I quote, "I was shocked that within 72 hours, this minister did not only hear the word of the president. He packaged what I have seen from the briefing to be a doable and a workable approach to solving a problem that 4 or 5 ministers before him could not solve. So I wish to ask us to appreciate his energy, his drive, and his focus, without which we will not be here today." End of quote.
And I was shocked that within 72 hours, this minister did not really have the word of the president. He packaged what I have seen from the briefing to be a doable, workable approach to solve a problem that 4 or 5 ministers before him could not solve. So I wish to ask us to appreciate his energy, his drive, his focus, without which we will not be here today.
In their separate remarks, the governorship candidate of APC in Edo, Senator Monday Obeyolo, said Mr. President has rekindled our hope just within the shortest time of our request to the Honorable Minister. Magic has been done. If this is how Nigeria works, everybody will want to come back home. Nobody will want to jabba. End of quote.
Just pick his phone and call the minister. The minister said, "I will be with you on Monday." And today is what? Today is Thursday, and magic is done. If this is how Nigeria work, everybody will want to come back home. Nobody wants to jump back. So I'm happy that this is done. It's an excellent move for Edo people.
On his part, the Group Executive Director of BUA Group, Kabiru Rabiu, assured of the commitment of the company in achieving the project within a record time. In his vote of thanks, the Permanent Secretary, Federal Minister of Works, Yakubu Adam Kofaramata, PhD, appreciated Mr. President for the new narrative in the Federal Ministry of Works, which is made possible by the appointment of a workaholic and highly committed Honorable Minister of Works, signed by Honorable Barrister Oji Uchenna Oji, Special Advisor Media to the Honorable Minister of Works.